how do you detach and how do you say, okay, it's time to sell?
If you're a businessman, don't fall in love with the stuff that you own. I mean, my brothers, they used to breed dogs, like Labradors. This was way back in the 90s. One pup, they can easily sell it at 25K. So that was back then. The thing about, for that one breeding, diba? You see the puppies, and then parang tapos may buyer, you fall in love with the puppy, diba? Same with investments. If you fall in love too much with one particular item, you can't let go. And you're wearing the business hat. Lagot ka. Mahirapan ka. Unless, of course, I mean, because when you want to do that, you have the right demand supply. Parang I have the supply and then you have the demand. And then I'm willing to let go at a certain price. If you have that certain price, then go na, diba? You have a profit. Sometimes people like doing rate targeting. Yeah, if I'm gonna, to the audience listening here, rate targeting is very important. Whether it would be watch, stocks, paintings, or what have you, or real assets like a house and lot. Rate targeting is very important. Because
rate targeting means?
If you have, let's say, I want to get my ROI 20%. Basta yun lang yung goal ko, 20%. Rate targeting is basically, I'm eyeing for that rate of return, whether it would be 3 months from now or 3 years from now.
Okay.
You let go of the time horizon. Because I'm just focusing on the rate target.
Okay.
So you have to choose. If I'm doing rate targeting, then let's go for it, diba?
Kumbaga, if you hit 10%, let it go.
That's it. These things you get to hear very often in stocks. And then there are players who just buy and hold.
Right.
Let it appreciate 10 years, 20 years down the road.
Wait, there's so many interesting to talk about there. But the painting thing, have you ever let go of any painting?
No.
You see?
No.
So, it's our excuse saying paintings are good investments, painting we're gonna resell, etc. But are you gonna let go of your painting?
I'm not wishing ill for my artist.
Okay.
Because the paintings, when the painter dies,
boom,
it really shoots up.
Boom. I just got a painting before I moved to the house, and I stare at it all the time, every day, and my wife goes, "Love, what are you doing?" And I'm just like, "Love, it's so nice. It's so nice."
What did you get?
Nicole Coson.
Yeah.
You like Nicole?
I hear. Yeah.
You like her?
Okay lang.
What are you, more of a darkish kind of guy? Who do you like?
I like Rubio.
Okay.
That guy, Dominic. I've met him. He's actually a Sun Life client. I think he's a national artist in the making.
Wow.
It's kind of different when you see his paintings. Rubio is the one that has the long necks, type of
you like paintings also?
Admittedly, not as much as GB, but I do want to get into it one day with my wife because she likes paintings.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. It's good investment. Yes, if you hold chet, but will you ever sell? Won't you get too attached to like a painting and say, "Oh my gosh"?
Sometimes it does.
Diba?
Pero the second, third pieces, parang pwede mo yan.
Ganun ba yun?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to there's this thing about provenance. Provenance is making sure that when you bought the painting, alam mong legit and there's connection into the buyer and seller.
Okay.
So that's very, very important. It jacks up the price.
You guys, would you buy a car brand new from the Kasab or buy it secondhand?
Well, I'll go again. I used to only buy secondhand cars, but then because I guess during my first part of my career, I didn't have that much money to spend yet, right? So, but I realized I would be spending more on the servicing. Diba? Mahal ng mga servicing bills ko every time. So when I furthered with my career, that's when I realized, bakit it's better to buy brand new cars na lang, no?
Okay, because of the servicing.
Because I like to have that first-hand experience of the car also, and the servicing is way better. I only buy cars that will get me from point A to point B and with brands that I trust, basically.
What can you say about people out there? You go to the provinces or people that become successful from nothing to something.
They have what you call psychological investment.
Okay.
Makes you feel good about yourself. I mean, you want to reward yourself. It's okay if you want to upgrade TV, ref and stuff like that. It's for leisure, ganyan. But when you have aesthetics, ganyan, it's psychological investments. Each to its own. Sometimes the psychological investments, that's priceless.
But I think there's a timeline for that.
Yeah.
There's a timeline
Agreed.
for that.
I totally agree.
I mean, now, bro. Honestly speaking, no, I'm starting my family, etc. And I'm understanding it in a late age, 30. But if I knew it when I was 18, 16, 17, 15, I would have done it. Like, for example, my brother, Paolo, he's only 14 years old. And I'm really telling him, and I'm really lucky my dad's telling him that, Pao, invest now, start investing. Because you'll have the clearer picture once you're older and once you're there already. Once you're there in the game, you'll have a clearer picture of things.
Right.
When you're not yet in the game, you'll understand, but you don't have that clear picture. Do I make sense?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I completely agree. You know what? I'm realizing also, money is really, it's, sometimes there's financial education, diba?
Right.
But it's really 70% psychological and behavioral.
Yeah.
It's really that. Parang, what you said, no? At 25, you would have just pulled the trigger and just done that.
Yeah, for sure.
But your behavioral and psychological behavior changes the older you get when you realize things more and more and more.
I'll tell you a story. Way back, again, during my younger years, I had my first paycheck. And then at that time, we had also variable commissions. So if your business gets, good, ganyan, the people who selling for you, that's good, you get something.
That's just like, I don't know, 10 years ago when they were selling Bitcoin at 500 or 10,000. Diba there was a lot of people selling Bitcoin 10,500, bili, ganito. Nobody believed. Only a handful believed, right? I have a friend that bought Bitcoin at 500 to 1,000. They held 10 years ago. And I forgot how much he bought it. Maybe he bought $1,000 worth. And today, the problem is he forgot his password.
That is hilarious.
Dude, he forgot his password.
Wala bang forget password yan.
Dude, no, he did everything. And this guy's in IT, He's in IT. So
IT pa.
the whole year last year, when Bitcoin, or a few months ago, that Bitcoin hit 60,000, he was panicking. He held the whole pandemic. He was in search for his password, contacting the platform. My password is as me, sending all the IDs, etc. He never got it back.
Oh, wow.
Never got it. Never got it. So that's what I'm saying, bro. If I'm in the game, like today, if I can tell my brother, dude, instead of spending 10,000 pesos on sneakers, put that 10 grand somewhere else where when you're 20 years old or 30 years old, that 10 grand would be what? 500 grand, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? So
you have to make money work for you.
Yeah, exactly.
The cycle of common Filipino, chasing after the money day in, day out, working hard. But when you start investing, make money work for you, not you working for money.
Okay.
So you have to have that perspective na, it's the old adage saying na income minus savings or investments equals expense. Kung ano yung natira, yun lang yung panggastos mo. Diba?
Yeah. Money is relative to all,
Yeah.
diba? I mean, 500 pesos can be that to you, this to me, and that to him, right? So watch is good investment. Depends on what?
Depends on
what?
depends on the scarcity of that.
Yeah. We'll go to real estate. What do you think?
Real estate is typically one of the best real asset investments that anyone could make talaga.
So real estate or like condominiums, buildings, etc. Or talagang
Condos,
property?
but it's really more property. The high net worth clients that any fund house usually has, the really wealthy clients really made their wealth in property. Yeah. That's what we've seen most talaga.